Taipei, a major player in the semiconductor chip manufacturing field and supporting player in such films as A Dystopian Nightmare for Cretinous Lemmings, as well as Help, Larry Page is Lurking Underneath My Bed at Night. This, as well as being a point of contention in the larger sphere of world geopolitics, make the city an interesting view for outsiders. We, however, will be taking a much more hands-on approach. So enough about politics, let's go out for a stroll.
So I'm here in downtown Taipei. I am loving Taipei so far. Someone had described it to me as like Japan meets China a bit, and like I can see the aesthetic. I haven't been to mainland China. It reminds me a bit of Japan, to be honest. All the bright lights, neon flavor at nighttime. But I found like a street foodie kind of alley here with a bunch of different stuff. So let's go through and just see what they got on the table here. Well, I saw some Zhilong bao. I think we're going to be trying a fair bit of that through Taiwan. So why don't we try these ones and we'll compare them with some other ones that we have later on in the trip. Get the Zhilong bao. Can I eat inside? Yeah? One, yeah.
Xiao bao, commonly steamed in bamboo baskets, is a pork soup dumpling seemingly sourced from heaven itself, originating in Shanghai but popularized in Taiwan. Just be sure not to burn your mouth, as the liquid inside can be scalding hot.
Okay, so I don't want to be too prejudiced, and I'm just going to give these a try first. However, normally they come with a soy vinegar chili mixture. These ones have only come with a vinegar. Also, they were frozen. I saw that he was just taking out of like a mass thing. Probably sort of mass-produced, frozen, and brought out into the steamers. So I'm not expecting great things, but you know, we'll try all these different kinds of Zhilong bao and see which one is king. Either way, this is about $3. It's pretty good. So this is 8 pieces with some vinegar, but somewhat underwhelming. But Zhilong bao is always good, even if it's low grade. These ones actually have an herby taste, like a little sagey, which I don't normally get. So we're gonna fill up on cheap Zhilong bao here, but oh, it's all good, not bad. All right, what next?
Ah yes, the elusive radish omelet. No doubt a masterpiece at the top of every self-respecting foodie's wish list. With the deft chopping skills of a Manhattan loyal, the ritual is finally complete. Yes, behold it in all its glory.
All right, we're gonna try this omelet now, or this radish thing. So what he had there was like blocks of frozen radish done up on the flat top. They've done some kind of a sauce here, and then they wrap the radish in an omelet. So I wanted to try it because it sounded totally like something I'd never had before. Okay, so never mind. That was not blocks of radish. That was like some kind of weird starchy. It's just a starch. I think the radish must be in that mixture that he was doing on the flat top. I mean, that he was doing in the pan. Sorry, I don't have anywhere good to eat it here. Nothing special, to be honest. It's not that good. Fill you up. It's starchy, stodgy. It's a little bit Thai basil-y with the sauce. I'm not even sure where the radishes come in. I was hoping for like some fresh radish, something with a strong flavor. This is a whole lot of nothing. It's actually really disappointing. I'm not happy with it at all. It was only a few bucks. I'm gonna have a few bites and just get rid of this thing because it's just gonna take up room in my stomach. Yeah, it's these little alleys that remind me of Japan a little bit. I've been walking around to try to find something that was interesting to film for a while, but I've kind of given up. We'll do that more of that at the street markets. I'm just gonna look for the best food that I can find, and we'll just film at the table or something. Okay, so we've come into this noisy little super authentic looking spot. Really actually excited about this. I found it seems like super Chinese, this place, maybe not necessarily, well, super Taiwanese. I don't really know the difference. I'm looking with an uneducated eye sort of, but it's just the feeling I get. This is a proper Chinese place, so it's like beer's cheap. This is like $2. I'm gonna try this. It was the more expensive of the Taiwan beers. 18 days it says, only 18 days. I don't know that much about the beer fermentation process. We got these tiny little almost shot glass like beer glasses here, which are cool. I'm gonna give this beer a try. Cheers. That's nice, unremarkable. Just a nice drinking beer. I ordered a Drunken Sha Jing chicken. Ah, here's my Drunken Sha Jing chicken now. Thank you. Chicken Sha Jing. I'm sure my pronunciation is horrible, but that's a Chinese cooking wine. I use it myself. It's a great flavor. Chicken looking a little bit ominously pink, and the skin's got an interesting darker color to it as well, but let's try this. Oh. It's a cold chicken dish. I was not expecting that. Not stoked about that, to be honest. It's all right. You can't really taste the alcohol too much. Off-putting colors on the chicken. It's all right. Not my favorite, to be honest. Now we've got green beans and minced pork, which is a classic Chinese dish. I've had it in other countries and I absolutely loved it, so I thought I'd give it a try here in Taiwan. Smells great. You know, it's cooked. All right, now that's a winner. That is absolutely delicious. It's been cooked in probably soy sauce and Kaohsiung wine, I would imagine. Beautiful aroma coming off of it. We've got chopped scallions, chopped green onion, minced pork, and they're either crispy onion or crispy garlic flakes mixed in and cooked together with it also. This is the best version of this dish that I've ever had. It's really, really good. So after all the hard work tonight, we found one amazing, incredible dish that I'm very happy with. It comes to mind, it was Bourdain's birthday yesterday. I believe he said, if you don't risk the bad meals, you'll never find the really good ones. And so it's just like that. When I'm ordering, you know, kind of random stuff off of menus, you know, I'm gonna get some stuff that's not necessarily my favorite, and then we're gonna roll through and get some really fantastic stuff also. So that's kind of the philosophy. Okay, so I'm here in downtown Wanhua section of Taipei. A rainy afternoon here in Taipei. So let's go find some mouth and stomach warming food. I got Sichuan on the mind. I know of a good restaurant, so we're gonna go check it out. All right, I've stopped into this little Sichuan spot. You guys know how I love spicy Sichuan Chinese food, so this place looks super legit, and this food in front of me looks excellent. We've got a spicy Sichuan Chinese chicken dish and some rice and vegetables, tofu, cabbage on this plate here. So it's about a $6 meal with an iced tea, which is insane value. We've got some little julienne style diced cucumber, probably to combat the heat a little bit, a little cool cucumber. So let's get into this. Get a nice hunk of chicken here. We've got chopped scallions, chili, Szechuan peppercorn, and some sesame seeds on here. Oh my God, that is so good. And I asked for like the spiciest that they make it too, so you're gonna get mouth numbing effects and super spicy. Surprisingly, it's another cold chicken dish, but that's fine. The flavors are so pleasing that a cold chicken dish works just fine for me. Now let's get into the rest of this. This is a full meal here. Got some tofu. Again, beautiful Sichuan flavors with the tofu. That's some of the best tofu I've ever had, actually. It's really, really good. Chinese kale. I always love cabbage with anything. Now let's just try a bit with the rice and everything. It's just a beautiful symphony of flavors. Very impressed with this. And as you can see, there's just a beautiful, sinister, dark red sauce here. Get some of this sauce, spicy sauce, put it all over the rice. You can also see there's peanuts in here. There's definitely sesame oil and other sinister ingredients in this sauce. It's like, it's the best. If you're ever in China, Taiwan, go find yourself some authentic Sichuanese Chinese food. It's my favorite region for Chinese food. I absolutely love it.
Taichung, a city of around 3 million people and only a couple hours south of Taipei by train, is known for its gardens, street food, and bubble tea. Well, I'm sold. Let's explore it together, shall we?
Well, after a hot, sweaty walk through downtown Taichung, I've found myself at Tang, which is supposedly the originator of bubble tea, the original. This is highly debated, like any issue involving first rights to something that a country holds pride behind, but this will be my first original bubble tea. Now I'm glad I got the shot of her making them for the other customers earlier, because it's much less visually, aesthetically pleasing in this like Dairy Queen style cup, but taste should be the same. So here we go. This is my first bubble tea, original, and from the source, from the original spot. So let's try it. That's quite pleasing. So much as advertised. It's like an icy, milky, really beautiful tea flavor. If you've ever had Chinese tea of any sort, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It's a little bit more like on the green tea kind of side. Just a really true, authentic flavor here. Really pleasing on a hot day with the ice. And then you've got the little black pearls in the bottom, which I'm happy. This is not a sweet tea either. They haven't added too much sugar to this thing. Even the bubbles themselves, they just have that kind of that pure tea flavor to them. So it's quite nice.
Next, the Yizhong night market for a little street food.
So I'm now here at the Yizhong street market. Yizhong? I'm not sure, one of the two. And we're just having a look around for some food. They've got a lot of cool looking stands and different little picadas and whatnot here to check out. So just gonna try a few different things and give you guys a little look at what they're doing in Taichung at the night markets. This dude is rocking out some really nice looking steak in little cubes.
As the flames leapt forth like dragon's breath, I imagined the seared flesh secreting upon my tongue in a most vile display of carnal indulgence.
So I've actually seen a few of these stands. It's like a chain stand. I've seen them in Taipei also, but I found this one. I don't know, the meat just looked really good to me today, so I was like, all right, we gotta try this out. All right, so once again, we're in pretty tight quarters here. We've got this wonderful steak bites that you just saw getting flamed up. So let's just get into it. Oh my God. I don't get to eat that much good steak in Asia. I don't eat steak very often. It's nice and tender. It's like medium rare. Beautifully scorched on the outside. And just finished with some really nice salt and pepper, so. Nice and tender, juicy, delicious. This is awesome. I'm really a fan of this. This is a really good one. And you can see like it's a pretty good portion here. Now, although there's nothing uniquely Taiwanese about this, it's kind of the cool thing about like street fair, street food, street market type of things. You just see like what are the local people eating, what are they enjoying, and Taiwanese, like anyone else, enjoy some nice little steak bites. So this is really good. So I was remarking in Taipei how like, oh, I'm surprised the English level is so good here in Taiwan. I didn't expect that. And it was obviously because I was just in like I was in the business district of Taipei, which is starting to occur to me as kind of an outlier for the country, at least, yeah, Taichung, not much at all, which is fine. I mean, they're not obligated to speak English, obviously. Just an observation. Anyways, I saw some like crispy duck pancake type of thing that we're gonna check out. We'll roll up to them right now.
Confucius says, don't forgo the chance to taste hanging duck from behind a glass window. Those that do will be forever doomed for a life of faux meat and ground insect proteins, brought to you by Klaus Schwab and your friends at the World Economic Forum.
All right, duck pancake check. We could sort of see in there. A bit of it was blocked by the steamy windows and the duck. You get to see the ducks hanging in the window and a bit of the assembly process. So I'm telling you, I'm starting to get addicted to this this milk tea that they have here in Taiwan. It really is excellent. It's a new kind of flavor for me to enjoy, but we're gonna get one to go with this duck pancake right now. One great thing they have about these teas too is they allow you to individualize how much sugar you want and how much ice you want, which makes all the difference in the world. So you could really like personalize your order, which is huge. I really like that. Okay, so we're back on my little corner here, about to try some more food. I apologize for the light. There's some LEDs coming down. We've got what looked like I would classify it as some type of a pancake, a duck pancake. And they've dipped it in this, well, they've soaked it in this brown sauce also. So this is a duck pancake with a scrambled egg omelette-y type of mixture and some scallions, I've been told, and then this brown sauce. This is really delicious. The pancake is almost kind of like a roti style. It's a little bit crispy on the outside, but not like super flaky, but not super doughy either. It's a nice kind of in-between, perfect, a little bit thick. So it allows the whole roll to kind of maintain its structural integrity. The duck is delicious, and the brown sauce has definitely got some kind of alcohol in it. I think they've probably used like some type of a Chinese cooking wine or something, but you can taste the like kind of heavy wine flavor in there, which I love. I love drunken food. It usually tastes quite delicious. So we'll get a bunch on this next bite. I mean, these are gigantic bites, but you gotta stick the whole thing in your mouth or it's just gonna fall apart. It's hot. Look at that chipmunk, but it's delicious. And then the scallions just to bring it all together with the beautiful sauce and the duck. And the egg is always a nice touch. Eggs are cheap, delicious, used very widely in Asia. This time I went for a green tea. But if you look on the top there, they've got, and I've only seen it here, it's called salt mousse. Now, it reminds me of an ice cream cone that I had when I was in Borneo. And it was like the best cheap little soft serve ice cream cone I've ever had. It's like $1, but they did sea salt flavor. Now, you don't see this everywhere. Maybe they do it now in like hipster coffee shops in the West or something like that I'm not privy to because I haven't been there for a while and I generally don't go to hipster coffee shops. Too expensive. But the salt mixed with the dairy and then going with some other kind of strong flavor is like, it's ridiculous. I absolutely love it. So f the sweet shit. I like the salty stuff and well, let's try it with this green tea. Salty mustache. Not the first time. That's terrible. Not the drink, my joke. That is damn good. So I'm here in the Taichung second market, it's called, and I'm getting good vibes already. It's got a real local vibe to it, just very kind of down-to-earth market style that I like. It's a very Asian style market, of course, here in Taiwan. It's a hot day, and we're gonna have a look around and see what kind of food we can get. All right, we're in closed market quarters here. I've ordered a bit of sushi. Stir up the wasabi and soy sauce side here for a little dipping. Oh, I'm sweating, it's hot in here. I need a haircut. So I've got my sushi on a whim here. The reason being is we're on an island nation here. I want to check out some Chinese style sushi or some Taiwanese style sushi. And it looked really good. And we'll start with which looks like some kind of a marinated saba fish or something like that. I'm not sure the fish, to be honest, but we'll find out. It's tender, tastes fresh. The sushi rice is really nice. Actually really good. Now, I got some scallop just because I love scallop, and now I'm actually seeing they've got some wasabi already put into this one, so I'll just do a little dip on the soy sauce mixture. As soon as you bite into the scallop, it gives you a really nice texture. So these are big, healthy looking scallops, nice and thick. Perfect for sushi or sashimi. So next we've got an octopus sushi. I got 4 pieces. Octopus can be hit or miss depending on where you get it at. So we'll see, this one's also got wasabi already in it. Now for me, octopus is all about the texture. And this one's got a really great texture. It's not too rubbery, but it's not at all soft. It's got that, I could only refer to it in like pasta terms, like that perfect kind of al dente texture to it when you bite into it. Like I said, it's strong but not too rubbery, and then it tastes really fresh. So some great octopus sushi here.
A kind word of advice: never mess with the Taiwanese kitchen matriarch in her natural habitat, or you could end up slowly marinating with the rest of the chattel.
I thought that everything she was pointing to was going in the soup, but there are actually a bunch of little side dishes here, and then this is like a really cheap noodle soup. It's like $1 or less. So it looks just like a noodle soup with pork. We've got a little side dish of what looks like maybe celery, cabbage, onions, little egg and carrot, a fried egg, and then we've got a couple different kinds of sinister looking tofu over here. So I've heard the Taiwanese do interesting things with tofu, so let's try that first. What the hell, why not? So we got 2 different shades of tofu here, one of them being really dark. Okay, it's nice and hot at least. That one's pretty good. Fairly nondescript. Kind of beany, tofu-y flavor. It's actually quite good. And then, wow, my chopsticks cut through this other one like butter. It's just this really gelatinous, fall apart kind of tofu here that's a lot lighter color. It looks almost custardy. It's not bad. Very gelatinous. Not super strong in flavor, just like an Asian tofu-y flavor, kind of. This reminds me of some South Korean side dishes that I've had before. Very strong on the white onion flavor, or brown onion flavor. I don't think I need to review the fried egg. It's like just a cold, flaccid fried egg, really. I will eat it though. In fact, I'm gonna put it in the soup, because I like eggs in my soup. Give the noodle soup here a try. These look like egg noodles to me. Delicious noodles, a little bit of bean sprouts or mung beans. Clear broth, not too strong. Reminds me of certain Thai soups that I've had, which I think usually, you know, a lot of Chinese older influence permeates a lot of Southeast Asia, so it doesn't surprise me when the flavors are similar. Overall, this is a really cheap lunch. It's pretty good. right, so I'm here at a night market in Kaohsiung, of which I cannot pronounce the name of. I see the spelling, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen and you guys can read it. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but they've got all sorts of cool looking little foods and finger foods, and some people with more elaborate cooking setups and whatnot. So just gonna have a look around and get something to eat. Okay, so first stop is I saw them hand rolling some pork dumplings. They're potato, pork, and onion, I believe, if I read the sign correctly. So of course, when I see them doing hand-rolled, on-the-spot dumplings, I gotta try these, right? But she seemed like very militant in the way she was operating and didn't seem like super stoked on having someone all up in their grill trying to film stuff. So I gave them their space, took a quick little shot, and yeah, we'll sit here and wait for the dumplings. I'm sure they're gonna be delicious.
And remember, if this dough's a-rollin', don't come a-trollin'.
Yeah, little old lady just dropped off the dumplings. She didn't seem super stoked on the camera, so I'll let her be. So we'll get a little bit of sauce going here. They got the proper fixins here. We got some soy, some vinegar, and some chili. Very necessary, the chili oil. Freshly rolled. Let's give them a try. Oh, man. That is so good and so far superior to the stupid little frozen ones I had in the night market in Taipei. These actually remind me of, I have like Finnish ancestry in my family line. So my mom used to make pierogies, and I think she got the recipe from her grandmother, I'm sure. And the dough on the outside of these actually remind me of like nice freshly made pierogies. And then the filling in these is just brilliant. It's that pork, onion, just a really delicious flavor. I wish you could be here and try these. They're some of the best dumplings I've ever had. Absolutely beautiful. So I will say, like, if you're traveling around countries where they don't speak any English, and it can be kind of intimidating going to some of these stalls because you don't really know how to order. You just like point at something and you know they probably don't want to deal with you. They're like, oh, here comes this foreigner that can't speak Mandarin or any Chinese dialect, but we got to deal with them anyways. But you just kind of got to get over that and go try everything you can. You'll be happy that you did. Ooh. One?
One spicy?
Yeah.
Okay. 100.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here at Food Rhymes in Life, we only sample the finest, most aristocratic delicacies.
Okay, so what we have here is chicken feet skins with garlic and chili, just to maybe gross you guys out a little bit. We're gonna give this a shot here. But he put a lot of extra chili, so actually I'm gonna go grab a bubble milk tea to eat with these, because I think that will calm the fire a little bit. Okay, so I'm set up on this makeshift table here with two styrofoam coolers because they weren't letting me sit anywhere else. So we'll get into these chicken feet skins. Oh, they're cold too. So, if you're not used to eating chicken feet, this will really gross you out. For me, I've been exposed to them a fair bit. It's a lot of collagen, but these are nice and spicy, which makes it better. It'd be nice to have some chopsticks instead of these little toothpicks. Some of these pieces you can just devour right up, which I like. I don't like having to crunch around everything. Big spice. I'm gonna put this whole foot in my mouth and see if I can just crunch it down. No, you can. Okay. So these are cooked in a way that allows you to just munch them right down. That's actually way better. This is a decent snack. This is actually a beer snack. I don't feel like drinking alcohol, so we do have the milk tea with the brown sugar, and we'll stir that up. Get a bit of that brown sugar going there. Get the bubbles perforating. Ice, milk, brown sugar, bubbles. Excellent. So if you've never eaten cold chicken feet with garlic and chili on a makeshift table behind a food stand made of 2 styrofoam coolers, you're not doing it right. You're not living. All right, so that was interesting with the chicken feet. We'll look for one more thing here, have a little stroll around, have a look, and then call it a day probably.
Takoyaki, a ball-shaped snack of Japanese origin, traditionally made from a batter made of wheat flour. Please forgive any contradictory commentary in the video to follow. To be honest, I'm still a little bit confused.
All right, so there's nowhere to sit down and eat these things. They don't have any of the prime real estate where you can sit down at a table. So I've set up on the side of this power thing beside 7-Eleven here, and I get the feeling these are of a Japanese concoction because she was using, she put wasabi, soy sauce, and like some flaky fish stuff on the top. But an interesting process that they had there, watching them roll the eggs and whatnot. That's cool to check out. So yeah, definitely that flaky fish flavor on the top. She said they're really hot. Oh, it's too hot. There's a super gingery flavor in here, wasabi. And then, why are they so hot? I guess there's, okay, I'm opening it up. And there's a little bit of squid on the inside here. Then carrot, onions, and ginger, it looks like. And then the whole concoction is just made of egg. But it gives kind of a doughy texture. I always thought these things were, I never tried one. I always thought they were like a dough, bready kind of thing. And they do give off that texture, but it's actually just the egg folded over and browned on the flat top. Yeah, these are all right. Nothing crazy, but tasty little carnival snack. So I've come to this little hot pot restaurant, and you see these all over Taiwan. I'm sure they're kind of common all around Asia, it seems like. And we've ordered a hot pot for one, which looks like a lot of food. We've got tofu, clams, mushrooms, corn, fish balls, cabbage, lettuce, some type of green bean, garlic, green onions, regular onions. We've got a spicy sauce, and then some nice ribeye beef to go in there as well. So we're just waiting for the hot pot to heat up a little bit here, and then I'm just gonna start adding stuff. We've got what look like vermicelli rice noodles also to put in there, bulk it out a little bit. It's gonna be a big lunch, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be delicious.
When adding to this mutant amalgamation, it's best to be conscious of one's digits. As a former kitchen hand myself, I know that watching one's own skin bubble is an experience better left to the masochists and their gimp masks.
So of course, first thing we're gonna try here is this beautiful ribeye. It's hot. It's been thoroughly cooked by the broth. It's not like mind-blowing, but it's pretty good. Then we've got which looks like fish roll to me, possibly. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fish roll, to be honest. And we'll try the broth here. It's a pretty simple flavor. A little bit of spice because I asked for the spicy one. But that's the thing. With these hot pots, they get better as they go along, and the longer that it cooks for, and you add more ingredients and blah, 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 it tends to improve over time. Okay, so it's as I suspected. As I continue to get into this thing and the taste matures through the cooking process, it starts to get really delicious. So the flavors that are revealing themselves to me now, mainly from the soup paste, would be more of a sesame-based, chili-based, umami kind of flavor. And then once you get the extra fresh garlic and onions and everything mixed in there, it starts to really bring this kind of beautiful flavor together. And the interesting thing about some of the mushrooms, this one in particular brings like almost like a beer flavor. It's really cool. and it complements the soup so well. Like, I'm really starting to get it now. I recommend, if you're in Taiwan or in any other Asian or Southeast Asian countries, go treat yourself to a hot pot. Better to have multiple people around and everyone enjoys it together, but if you're solo traveling like me, it's still a worthwhile thing to do.
As day turns to night in Southeast Asia, often a lust for spicy seafood and cold local beer begins to simmer. And who am I to ignore the preordained destiny set in place by something much larger than myself?
We're off to try to get a little bit of dinner now. I've been hearing about this seafood restaurant with fresh prawns, so I'm gonna go give that a look and see how it is. So yeah, I'll see you there. So I've come to this little seafood restaurant here. They're known for their fresh prawns. I don't even know the name of this restaurant because it's, even on the website, it's all written in Mandarin. So, you know, there's some authentic stuff here. And they've already brought me out a couple dishes here. So we've got a water snowflake, which is, it's an underground plant native to tropical Southeast Asia. And then we've got a Cantonese noodle with garlic sauce. And a classic, some Taiwanese beer here to go with. I've ordered spicy seafood, and I find that's like the best combination ever, is spicy seafood with beer. So let's get into this water snowflake here first. You can see it's got a brown topping here. I don't know exactly what it is. I'll give it a try. It's got a kind of fermenty, fishy kind of flavor to it. And then you can see we've got some chili and garlic also. That's really good. Crunch in your mouth, really fresh, beautiful side dish. So we've got a Cantonese noodle here, and it's got diced green onion on the top. These Cantonese noodles are like, they're a bit of a wider noodle. Big egg noodles is what they are, I believe. Nicely cooked, a little bit soft, but really, really garlicky. And I love that, especially with the beer. Like, these are just drenched in the garlic sauce. It's right up my alley, actually. Yeah, I love garlic, so. And look at the steam coming off these things. Nice and hot. Yeah, that's a satisfying noodle. Just a punch in the face of garlic, fantastic. All right, my prawns have arrived, and how beautiful do these look. Just covered in garlic and chili. Scallions on top, wow. This looks unbelievable. The prawns have been beautifully dissected and butterflied open. I'm not sure how I'm gonna eat this with chopsticks, to be honest. I might have to get in there with my hands a little bit. It looks like this dish has a bunch of vermicelli noodles, and it's swimming in like a sauce that I'm guessing is kind of the runoff from the prawns, and then mixed with something that's making it red, so probably something spicy. Nice vermicelli glass noodles, tasty. Yeah, so they've been butterflied open by the half. I'm not sure how to eat these. I've never attacked prawns in this style before. Perfect texture, and then like a nice bit of garlic punch and chili stinging on the tongue. The reviews that I read about this restaurant said it's perfect drinking food, which I concur. And then you can see they've got like this, like the guts on the outside, basically. The brains, the shrimp brains, which are good. They lend like this creamy texture, not too pungent or strong in flavor. I'm not sure that it's possible to eat these with chopsticks. I think you kind of have to eat it with your hands. Hopefully I'm not making any cultural faux pas. So right after I finished, I saw this Taiwanese guy sitting at his table, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna study this guy's technique to see like how off I was. And he delicately and elegantly and daintily picked his shrimp apart with the chopsticks, with just like holding a finger down on the butterflied skin and nicely pulling it off. So that made me feel kind of stupid. I was looking like an absolute animal. I'm sure it was only him and the wait staff in there, so it wasn't like a lot of people looking at me funny, giving me the side eye or anything like that. So all good. we're now in the Datong District of Taipei, which is supposed to be kind of the most local feeling district in the city, is what I've read online. So we're gonna check a few different things out here. Two different kinds of dumplings. So one is like a long pot sticker, and the other one is more of a zhilongbao style steamed dumpling. And then I've ordered some sesame spicy noodles. So right away from these noodles, I'm getting like this really fragrant aroma. And at first I thought it was like a ginger flavor that I was smelling, but I'm starting to think it's more of like the mala spice mix flavor that comes from Sichuan cooking. If you didn't know any better, when this came out, you would think it was a spaghetti bolognese. The noodles here in Taiwan are really special. They do them really well. And this is just like a simple noodle dish, really cheap and really delicious. And then we've also got two different kinds of dumplings here. We've got the pot stickers and steamed dumplings. This will actually be my first pot sticker style dumpling that I've had in Taiwan. And as you can see, it's got that beautiful brown crispiness on the outside. These are a little bit longer, more boat shaped than some of the other ones. Taste some ginger in there, onion, cabbage, pork, and I really like it here. They've got it set up so you set up your own dipping sauce, and I put in vinegar, soy sauce, sesame oil, minced garlic, chili oil, and minced chilies. Made it pretty spicy and garlicky. It's just such a money flavor combination, so good. So I've got 10 dumplings here. Beautiful handmade dumplings, beautiful handmade noodles, everything delicious, and it's like $6 or something crazy. You can see why local people like to come here. All right, we'll try this other dumpling. Pork and shrimp, just such a beautiful combination. You can't beat it with this sauce. So really beautiful stuff here. Love the little local restaurants. So it's my last day here in Taipei, and I was like, all right, screw it. Let's just go and take a wander around the streets and find one last lunch here. So I've stumbled upon this giant river, what does it say? Giant river shrimp noodles is where we're at. I don't know, I like to give the atmosphere of the street if possible sometimes when I'm eating, so I'm just anticipating these giant shrimp noodles. We'll see how big the shrimp are. Hopefully they're nice and fresh and delicious, and we'll have a nice last lunch here in Taipei. Ooh, 谢谢. So this is about a $9 bowl of soup here, and it looks worth every penny, just even having a look at it here. We'll try the broth first. So it's a clear broth, not super pungent in any way. I'm not sure if it's a vegetable stock or a shrimp stock. I would think it's probably just a vegetable stock because there's not like a super strong shrimp flavor in it. We've got some pieces of what looks like pork here. Yeah, that's pork. So pork and seafood actually are a fantastic combination. You see it in a lot of Asian dishes. We definitely dropped an egg in here, and it's kind of just it's perforated the entire bowl of soup in that way that like just dropping basically a boiled egg, not hard boiled, but just an egg straight into the soup does. We've got some chopped scallions and some Chinese kale, just classic stuff. Some kind of a deep fried thing here. When you bite into it, there's like a pink seafoody tasting liquid, so it could be shrimp of some sort. But it also gives kind of a Thousand Island dressing look and taste a little bit too. This one actually does have some really big shrimp here. Look at the size of that thing. That's pretty sweet. It's so hot though. So we're gonna suck some of these shrimp brains out. Really fantastic fishy flavor. And we'll stick that right back in the soup because it adds to like the flavor of the stock. And this is like a proper proper bit of shrimp right here. And it's got some of that brains on the top. Looks like a salted egg sauce. That one like bursts in your mouth when you bite into it. It's got that amazing texture. All in all, really nice lunch here on the street. Beautiful.